What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 53 of Lyon Live here in Football Manager 2019. Hopefully you guys are doing absolutely awesome as always. And we're back for some more action. If you missed yesterday's episode, do go check it out. We only played one match, but it was a transfer window bonanza. Obviously the transfer window opened. We had a little bit of a rummage around the market just to see what was on offer. We actually signed a few players. We've got Luka Jovic who's going to be joining us. We had David Diaz and Joseph Johnson join us as well. I'm very excited about both of these players. David Diaz particularly I think can be good for us. And Joseph Johnson, Nigerian international, joined us as well. A player with a little bit of potential to hopefully live up to. But yeah, besides that, obviously we might sign Maulida. We've got Luka Jovic joining us. He's joining us as a free transfer. He's not actually played a game in the last 2 years. Part of me, with that in mind, is tempted to negotiate to buy him now. But £2.2 million, do I need him right away? Probably not. I guess the argument becomes, would another striker help me? I mean, we have DJ, who's only had 2 appearances on off the bench this year. He plays a very similar position and role, so I don't really feel like we do need him, at least right now. The rest of our team, however, is in just really, really good shape. To be honest, it's just a good situation to be in. You know, overall squad depth, very, very happy with. We are still looking to maybe sign Maulida for an end of season kind of deal from Nice. I think he would be a good little addition. With him joining us at the end of the year, it would give me a little bit more time to, plot our next move. Be that to try and move on Bertrand Traore. But there is other teams interested, and there is no guarantee we'll be able to get him. But anyway, going into today's game, we actually can see for this first match, we are missing a fair few players. So let's make these changes right now. Gnanon is going to be on the bench. Markovic will start. Mendy is injured. Moreno only has 93% condition. So we're actually going to play Kenny Lala, I think, at left back. And then Toussaint is also suspended. Lucas Romero, the obvious player to bring in there. And actually, I think we might give one of our youngsters a spot on the bench. We're going to give Kone a chance. Now, whether or not he'll actually end up playing, we'll wait and see. But 17 passing, incredible passing, very, very good physicals as well. I really do like this guy. 19 years old, or sorry, not even 19, 16 years old. Loads of potential for the future. He's going to come good for us, I hope. You can see here, if we just quickly go to the training page, we have been updating some of these pages again with the skin. Again, just as a reminder, this new dark skin that we're using, the WTS Dark TCS variant, it's not out yet. There's still lots of little issues being fixed, little bits of refinement. You can see here, we've got this beautiful new setup on this page where you can interchange these 3 panels. And if you click on this slider here, you can move it up and down to have whatever panels you want, whatever size you want. But anyway, let's get into today's game. We're actually playing Saint-Etienne, who we played at the end of last episode, but it was the only game we played last episode, and technically it was at the start of it. But they are a team they are one of our rivals. We do want to beat them. This is a cup game, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I should check. What competition is it we are playing in here? Let's just have a quick look. If we go here to the fixture screen, this is the French Cup 9th round. We've got Auxerre next in the quarterfinals of the Coupe de la Ligue as well. You can see here some further changes with the updated version of the skin. We've dropped the faces on this page, going just with the shirts. I think it's a bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, a layout. You can let me know what you think down in the comments. I will also apologise now for my beautiful squeaky chair. I really should get some oil and fix it up. Anyway, 25 minutes gone. We've been the team massively, massively on top in this game without really showing it. Although we do have a set piece here. Maybe we can make something happen. Lenglet to Lucas Romero. Plays through Memphis Depay. It's blocked. Oh my god. Svetsolar. I've butchered his name. Ozar. Svet Ozarjak. Markovic is easier, isn't it? We'll call him Marky. What a goal that is by the centre-back. Did not know he had that in his locker. What he's done there is he's taken me to one side. He's opened up his locker. He's shown me what's inside. That sounds rude. I just didn't think he had that in him. On his left peg as well. Is he left-footed? I mean, is he? He's not. So he's hit that on his weaker foot from there. Fair enough. He can teach the rest of the team how to shoot going forward. He's got another chance here. Can't win the header. It's headed away, though, to Lucas Romero. And that goal came from an incomplete clearance or incomplete cleared corner. We've got another chance here. It fell to Fakir. Just couldn't quite get the shot away. And in the end, Bajic did make the stop, although the kick goes straight to Romero here. Maybe another chance. Memphis Depay, what can you do, my friend? Crosses in. Gabels is there. Thunderous near post header. It's his 11th goal of the season. I love that. And yeah, really, really nicely worked goal there. I thought when this ball was coming out, maybe the chance had gone, but Romero picked it up and he got it away quite quickly and really, really well. And there, well, from there, Memphis laid it to Gabels, who just nods it home. A lovely, lovely goal for him. 2-0 now to us. 2 goals in 3 minutes. Hopefully we can now relax into this game. With it being a cup match, I don't really want to overexert ourselves chasing the game too much. In fact, we may even just switch to the controlling possession style of play now. With us having our noses ahead in this game, there's no real reason to go on the offensive more. We can, just hold on to the ball, just kind of relax. I'm going to tell the players I'm happy. Hopefully I'm not praising them too much there. I always get worried when I'm praising players too much. I think it's something, I think it's called catastrophe theory. It's like a theory that's talked about in theatre a little bit as well as football. But it's basically when you praise someone and when someone's getting hyped up by a crowd or whatever, their performance will increase. Like imagine a graph. As they're praised more, the graph goes up and they perform better. But then you hit a point where they become overconfident and then their performance just drops off a cliff. And I'm always worried that I'm going to praise the players too much, get them too hyped up, and then we're going to fall off that cliff. But it does seem like today we're not anywhere near the edge of that. Nabil Fekir scores from the penalty spot. 8th goal of the season for him. Yeah, very, very nice finish. Keeper went the right way, to be fair. It wasn't even right in the corner, but the penalty was hit so hardly and so true, it was never really going to be stoppable. Anyway, we can probably afford to make some changes in this game. I'm going to bring in Bertrand Traoré for Kingsley Coman. I feel like he could do with a little bit more of first-team football. I think we'll also give a debut to Kone here. With us being 3 goals up, it's a cup game as well. We'll take off Ndombele. We'll bring in Traoré and see what he can do. And, well, speaking of the devil, Traoré's got the goal. Lovely stuff for him. Did not bring him on with the expectation he'd score a header, but here we are. This is the timeline we live in. Fekir, ball whipped to the back post, generates some real power on that. And while Traoré's got a goal, now can Kone get a goal? We'll keep an eye out for him. What number is he? I'm not actually sure. Does he even have a squad number? Answers on a postcard. Fekir, free kick, rebound maybe for Gabels? No, can't get the shot away unfortunately. I want to try and find Kone during the next replay. He's playing right centre mid for us. He looks complacent at the moment. I mean, that's not what I want to hear. Going to demand more from the players. Excellent. We've refocused him and everyone else. Keep an eye out for him. Number 15. I mean, we're not even going to get a highlight to look at him, are we? Either way, 4-0 against Saint-Etienne. We are going to be pretty happy with that, in truth. That is as good as I was expecting, as good as I was hoping for. Against our big rivals, I wasn't going to take any chances by rotating the team. We might need to do that in the next game against Auxerre. We'll have to see our players recover fitness-wise. But at least here and now, we can savour the moment. A very, very good win there. 4-0 against Saint-Etienne. And, well, we continue going on in the French Cup. I saw there, actually, Marseille knocked out Monaco 2-1. So that's a big result. Are PSG still in? They are. They beat Sochaux 4-0. It's a little bit painful to see, isn't it? Anyway, you can see here, Marin played 5 minutes. Terrier played 90. Konate played 90. Konate's development this year has been a teeny tiny bit underwhelming. I was hoping he'd kick on a little bit more than he has. The good news is he is at least getting regular first team football. Durand playing in goal is just continuing to develop superbly. I feel like he is our long-term goalkeeping option. Owusu has also been making a bit of a name for himself as a regular for Strasbourg. We are currently, well, with him on the transfer list, maybe trying to move him on. He's a good player, but we just have better players in the same positions. Also, Maxi Cacaret also played, which is good for his development. Hoping that Brest might give him a few more games in the second half of the season. He's not played as much as I was perhaps hoping he might. Anyway, Auxerre in the Coupe de la Ligue quarter-final. The quarter-final makes me feel like I should take it a little more seriously and maybe just rest our players going into it. Auxerre had a fantastic year last year. It feels like it's kind of caught up with them a little bit this year. They finished 8th last season. Right now, as you saw, they're down in 15th. They are, well, massively, massively off the pace. They're 15 points off the position they got last year. So they're a team not performing particularly great. But nevertheless, we're going to play it safety first, I think, here. We're going to rest all of these players. Just give them 2 days off. Hopefully that's going to be enough. Because we've got Maulida potentially joining us at the end of the season if that deal goes through. I feel like at this point that is the big deal of the transfer window as far as we're concerned. We will do it. I know some people are like, Jack, I don't know if you necessarily need him. Obviously, we've kind of brought him in with the contingency plan of he's going to join us at the end of the year. We can probably move some other players on. The fact of the matter is he's a homegrown at club player playing in the league. And he's an exceptional talent. It would almost be a shame to miss out on him because he is homegrown. And well, with Bertrand Traoré maybe wanting more regular first team football, I need a player who might be a little bit more willing to, sit on the bench from time to time, and I think he can be that player. I know some people mentioned, Jack, you should just sell Traoré and then maybe bring in Vinicius, and I'd agree if I thought that I could sell Traoré. Additionally, Vinicius, the reason he wants to leave Real Madrid is for regular first team football. It's certainly something we wouldn't be able to guarantee him incoming here, so he might be the kind of player who would join, and 6 months in he's already wanting out because we're not quite giving him what he wants. Anyway, Rems have made an offer for one of our younger prospects. He looks okay. He doesn't look that great. I feel like we've got a lot better prospects out there, so I'm not overly concerned about that. Let's just have a look. Players with contracts expiring in a year. This guy, Thomas Olembo. At 21, he's just not good enough, is the kind of sad reality, so he won't renew his contract. Any super hot prospects here? Dib looks pretty good, to be fair. We'll renew his contract if he wants to, which he does, so that's good news for us. Do I want to renew this guy's contract? I'm just not convinced he's that good. If you just compare him to Dib, I know they've got the same kind of potential star rating. You can see the difference there between them. Like, it's not even worth a comparison. I just wonder if there's any other players in this list of players worth keeping, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think there is. Unless there's a position here within our under-19s that we're desperately keen to hold on to. But I don't necessarily think there is, as I look at it here. Man, our reserve team is pretty stacked, isn't it, when you look at it? A few too many players, perhaps. Maybe we can move a few on. Players like Jovan Markovic. Let's offer him out and see if anyone might be interested at 1.5 million. I think we brought him in for more than that. He had that one longer-term injury, which really did stifle his development, and he's not played that much for us. Rio Griffiths, I'd like to move on if possible, because he's got very, very high wages. So we will remove and exclude his wage demands, or the demand of teams for us to pay for his wages, because I don't think it's worth doing. I mean, what might be best actually is to look at the stuff here. I find it funny that Kenny Lala's so far down this list. This guy, Zachary Bald-Gilliard, I'm sorry. You can leave on a free, mate, as far as I'm concerned. Am I mean? Am I the bad guy? Grange, again, you could probably just leave at this point if you want out. Already transfer listed a few players like that who I might just not be able to get rid of. But there's no harm in offering them out and see if anyone's interested. Nonce have made an offer for Griffiths. Hopefully that actually goes through. We've had a few teams bid on him in the past. And we've always had some issues due to his wage demands. Eder Militao is being praised a lot. I will say now, Militao has been top draw since we signed him. I really, really do rate this guy. You can see, joined us for £22.5 million. I still feel like that is an absolute bargain for a player of his quality. Has mostly been playing at right back, has occasionally slotted in other areas of the pitch. But he looks very, very good. Gnanon has a loan offer. He's just not available for loan. He's a player who's very much part of my squad. I'm just wondering in terms of players here being recommended to us, is there any who I should be going for? Rodrigo is apparently transfer listed. What's the asking price? It's going to be out of our budget. I'm going to ask the board to sign him. Yeah. I knew they wouldn't sign him, so I wasn't afraid to go in for it. He's very good, isn't he? And the fact that he wants out at PSG is huge. Tell you what. I'm just going to try and unsettle him. I'm just going to try and make him mad. 15 million, please. Because here, Justin Kluivert and De Ligt have both ended up at Manchester United on this save game. It's like they're collecting the Infinity Stones, isn't it, with United? Getting all the best young Dutch talent. They'll have De Jong in a few years. Claudio Gomez. See, this is a very, very good French talent. I've seen him become really top drawer. He's got really good potential. I feel like he's always wasted at Manchester City, unfortunately. Vinicius Jr. is still transfer listed. He's still not very happy about things. We'll get another scout report on him. Just wondering in terms of French players who's available. Obviously, we've kind of already looked through some of these last time out. Diallo's available at Leipzig potentially. At 24, he's not a bad little centre-back. Does he offer us anything that we don't already have? I mean, the fact he can play left-back is useful, but at £23 million, it would be a monumental sum of money, I imagine, to sign him, and it just wouldn't be smart business given how strong we are at centre-back. I do feel like across the board, to be fair, we have real superstars in a lot of positions. Anyway, have the players recovered for this game, and what's the recovery time to the game against Montpellier? Montpellier are bottoms. Actually, I am going to play a full-strength team in this game with the intention that we will then rotate things for the next game. Are some of our players back from injuries and suspensions? It actually looks like most of them might be. Let's have a look here. Mendy's still not quite back, although Moreno has now recovered. Kenny Lala can then come onto the bench for Mendy. I feel bad not playing Trincao more. You know what? I feel like this is the kind of game where we can rotate things a little. I'm going to play Trincao out on the right. He should be an inverted winger. I don't know why that does that thing. We'll then go with Saint-Maximin on the left. And I'm going to play Moise Kean up top. I'm going to rotate things around here. We're going to mix it up. I'm hoping it won't cost us too dearly. I just wonder if there's any other players who don't play enough who might be worth bringing in. Maybe Markovic for Wallace. Is that necessary? Probably not. Trincao's taking a fitness test. Apparently he should only play 75 minutes. You know what? I think we'll have a Nader on the bench. We'll give Gabels the night off. Tizzy, you know, he's an option. I mean, I could start him. You know what? Screw it. Okay, he's not very good at complete forward. Who cares? He's going to get goals for us, Tizzy. I believe in him. He's very, very good with the ball at his feet. He's a smart footballer, a good passer of the ball. Let's see what Tizzy can do. Will he score? Answers on a postcard. You have to send the postcard now into the comment section and not once the game started. But yeah, Auxerre, a team who are struggling in the league, but obviously this is the French Cup quarter-final, and given the fact they are so far off the pace, you wouldn't really put it past them or blame them for, you know, shifting a focus to this game as being a really big, important one in the context of their season. But anyway, let's see how we do get on here. We've got a very, very strong squad at our disposal. You know, yes, we have rotated things around, but it's still a top draw team. And despite being away from home, we should be winning this. As they have a long-range shot. We're struggling for possession early on here, massively. We've had 35%, so I'm going to switch to a more possession-orientated system. Hopefully we can seize back a little bit more of the ball. Looks like we are actually struggling. It's very rare that we lose the midfield battle. But Auxerre at the moment have started the better of the teams, and my word, that was an interesting technique from the free kick. I thought he was about to knuckleball it into the top corner, which I've never seen in the match engine. I don't know if it's even possible. The way he run up and the way the ball was actually hit made it look like it is possible. But anyway, we're approaching half-time here. This has not been a classic so far. We've grown into the game, which is good. Obviously, possession shows us 50-50, but for a large spell, we were down as low as kind of 35%. So as the game went on, we really did grow into the game. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. You can see PSG are beating Lille. Monaco are losing to Havre, and Marseille are winning their game. So it's kind of the usual suspects in the latter stages of this competition. There's not really any surprising names there, I don't feel like. Trincao's not been very good, neither has Saint-Maximin. Do I want to change it? Fekir's been poor as well, actually, looking at it. Fekir's been really poor. You know what? I'm going to take off Fekir. I'm going to make a bold call. We're going to take him off, and we're going to bring in Aouar and see what Aouar can do. He's shown his worth to us in the past this season. Let's see if he can be a little more creative for us. Also, with Trincao struggling now, I think we'll bring in Bertrand Traoré. He scored off the bench last time. We need more of that, please, Bertrand. If you can bring it to us, that would be pretty useful round about now. They've used all their subs. I think we've... Well, actually, they've used all their subs, and I think they've then actually had to use another sub. So they might even be down a player right now. Anyway, we're on the attack. Traore to Ndombele. Spreads out to Eda Militao on the overlap. Lovely build-up play here. What can we do? Oh my gosh, it's hit the woodwork. The rebound not reacted to by ourselves, and the ball hoofed clear for a corner. I think they might be playing a man down, which, with that in mind, with 10 minutes left, maybe we need to put our foot on the gas a little bit. Maybe we need to start really applying some pressure, turn up the heat in here. Yeah, looking at it, they are definitely a man down. So with that in mind, I'm going to switch to the direct attacking system. And I'm going to move Eda Militao up because they're playing without a player on the other wing. Moreno's picked up a little injury. I'm going to play things safe, and I'm going to bring in Kenny Lala there. That does mean that is our last sub. And Eda still playing up top for us. We need a goal, please, my friend. Can he hear our calls? It's the 89th minute. Our highlight started. I'm expectant now. Not with a baby. I'm not pregnant. I'm expectant of a goal. That's what I mean. Anyway, Toussaint spreads the ball to Kenny Lala. What can Kenny Lala do? What can Kenny Lala do? I thought he was about to do something truly magical. Unfortunately, it was saved over the bar. Still 6 minutes in this game, though, and it's going to be our, with a chance, maybe from this corner, to spell the doom and the demise as Wallace gets a header and Mitchell holds on to it in the end. The back post header, not quite with enough direction. Eda Militao now on the free kicks. I mean, that is an unusual free kick taker. I don't even know if he can take free kicks. I guess it's the desperate timeline we live in. Unfortunately, time is trickling away here. I don't know if this goes to added time or if we go to a replay. We'll find out in a second, I guess. It goes straight to penalties. Brilliant. Well, let's see what we can do here. I mean, it is now a complete luck of the draw. I mean, Tizzy, you might have to take a penalty, my friend, as this game goes on. And, well, they missed the first one. I talked about it in the context of the title race. I liked with the team setting the tempo, not chasing. But the fact that they've missed that first penalty gives me hope for us as we now miss our own. What am I saying? Don't count your chickens before they've hatched. Saved away. Now Arias with the penalty for them. He hits it. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Eda Militao now stepping up for us. What can you do? Let's zoom in a little if we can. What can you do, Eda? He hits it. I mean, he's missed as well. What are we doing here? There's been 3 penalties missed out the first 4. It's not been an exhibition in how to take penalties. Rodriguez to put Auxerre 2 goals ahead in this. He hits it. I mean, that is a blooming good penalty. Really good. Right, Kenny Lala, the man of the moment, the big man on campus, the head honcho, the big sausage. Can he sing in tune for us today? La, la, yes he can. I mean, we still need a little bit of luck in our favour. After 3 penalties for each team, they have scored 2. We have scored 1. We need them to miss one of their last 2 penalties. And, well, Nefsi leaves us in a situation where we have to score this to stay in this shootout. Who is going to be the man to step up? It's going to be Saint-Maximin. I've just got this weird feeling he's about to shoot wide. Like, it's going to hit the post and come out. It's going to be the right-hand-sided post. The keeper's going to dive down to his right. The ball's going to go to the striker's right, so the keeper goes the wrong way and it's going to come out. Watch this. Saint-Maximin, he steps up. I mean, I always believed in him. Never in doubt. Lovely penalty into the bottom corner. Auxerre, however, still with now a chance to score here and win the fixture. It's going to be Tomori stepping up for them. It's a long walk. It's a long wait. The tension is palpable. Is the tension about to be broken by the winning goal? Tomori, he steps up for Auxerre. Can he score? He cannot score. What a save that is by Lopez. We still need to score ourselves here. We require our 3rd penalty of the shootout to be scored in a row, and it's going to be an unlikely player in Wallace to step up. I don't know how I feel about Wallace. Did I misread my sheet? I did just ask the assistant to fill in the penalty-taking sheet. I feel like we are missing some of our normal penalty takers. Anyway, Wallace, what can you do? Can you keep us in the tie? Can you take us to sudden death? Of course he can. It was never in doubt. And, well, it's now going to be Fomba for them. Can Fomba unleash a bomber at the goal? I mean, he can. It's a thunderous effort into the back of the net. It bounces out. The seismic forces are going to be felt across France after that penalty. Who's taking it for us? It's going to be Bertrand Traore. Prove to me, mate, that if Maulida comes in, you shouldn't be the head that has to roll at the end of the season if we can't sell you in January. If we are going to get the new winger, prove your worth to me here. Show to me why you shouldn't be the man to move. We have to score Traore. He steps up, he hits it. That was not a good penalty. It was not a good penalty, but we'll take it. Now it's going to be Soup Prayan. Soup, the soup. Is it too hot? It is too hot to handle. The shot flies in. Oh my gosh, now we have to score again. We're going now for our 5th penalty scored in a row. It's going to be Lenglet with it. He's had a few offers in for him. You know, Madrid have been sniffing around. Chelsea have been sniffing around. It's time for him to clear his head, stop thinking about those goings-on off the pitch, where I really do not intend to sell him. Let's see him do his talking on the pitch. The left-footed French centre-back. He's seen his compatriot in Wallace score. Can he do it? Of course he can, straight down the middle. I am a little bit concerned here that this is now just going on stupidly long. It's already quite late as I sit and record. I wanted to get 3 games done today minimum. And this penalty shootout just doesn't have an end in sight. I say that, we'll now probably miss one here. It's going to be Toussaint to take it. I mean, Toussaint is a defensive midfielder not known for his shooting. So he's probably going to smash it really hard with no real control over his effort. You know, if he doesn't know where it's going, how can the keeper know? Anyway, Toussaint, he steps up, he hits it. I mean, he scored. What are we on here? We're coming up to the 9th penalties in the shootout. Yeah, 9. Mapu, he steps up. What can he do? He scores. The keeper went the right way. I mean, Tizzy's got to take a penalty soon. Is he like at the end of the list? It's Ndombele to take the next one. Please score. Please score. Ndombele stepping up to the mark. Does he have nerves of steel? Of course he does. Never in doubt. What is happening with this shootout? What are we up to now? This is the 10th penalties of the shoot. Their keeper is taking a penalty. He's missed it. We have a chance. Is it going to be Tizzy to take? Or is our keeper taking it? It must be Tizzy, right? It is. It's the youngster, the kid on the block. Of course, Auxerre down to 10 men meant that the 10th penalty had to be taken by their goalie. Now can Aneda make a hero's name for himself? Can you put us out of our misery of this shootout? Please, Tizzy, do it for me. Do it for the fans out there. He steps up. He hits it. He's missed it as well. What are we doing here? What are we doing? I mean, what's the world record for longest penalty shootout? Perosevic scores. It's a really good penalty. It's now on Antonio Lopez to score for us. Our goalkeeper is now taking a penalty. It's not a long walk for him here, is it, really? Oh, please, Lopez. It's a goalkeeper taking it, though. Goalkeepers are just rubbish at penalties. We saw that with Auxerre's miss. I can't believe Tizzy missed his. Does he know which way he needs to kick it? Is someone okay, he does. Panic over. Lopez, please do it for us. He scores it! I mean, we're up to the 23rd penalty of the shootout now. I don't know how long we've been here. I have got a beard starting to grow and I am starting to get hungry. They've missed it. We have a chance. Are we about to be liberated? Alas, he can't believe it. It's now going to be Husam Awar to take. Of course, Fakir's substitute was Awar. Fakir definitely would have been taking the first penalty of the shootout if he hadn't been subbed off. Can Awar spare us from this nightmare? Can he score? Of course he can. It was never in doubt. The whole shootout was always going to be ours. It's 0-0. It's not a classic. Well, it is a classic, I guess, because of the shootout. But it's as classic or a 0-0 as you're ever going to see. What did it finish on penalties in the end? It was a lot, is the answer. It was a lot of penalties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But Awar actually scored twice. 12 rounds of the shootout. I mean, I don't want to watch the game again. I've hit spacebar, but that initiates the playback. Mash escape. Get me out of here. I'm a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a football manager. Get me out of here. It doesn't roll off the tongue the same way. Lille lost in the end 2-1. Marseille won 3-0. Unfortunately, Durand in goal could not stop the goals. Montpellier make an offer for De Jong. Our offer for Rodrigo was rejected. Absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. I'm going to play the mind games in the press. But yes, for this next game, we're going to rotate the team. But despite that, because of the fact that was a bit of an intense game, we are going to just rest our other players. But yeah, we're going to go with our preset rotated 11. I love having these presets already saved out. Is Mendy going to be back and fit in 2 days? The answer is a no, which means Lala's going to have to play left back. And then I think we'll go with Lucas Romero at right back. That is the logical thing to do. We are light of a left back, but well, we'll make it work. It'll be fine. We're taking on Montpellier, who are bottom, so we should be okay. Do I want to sign Maulida? It's not really a rhetorical question because I've already made up my mind. But the answer is yes, I am going to sign him. Now, he's going to join us at the end of the year. He is going to be, you know, basically what I think will end up being Traore's replacement. I do feel like he is better than Traore. I know it's a little bit deceptive because Traore looks like he might be the better player, but then when you actually realise it's stuff like free kick taking, heading, marking, corners, for example, just stuff that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Maulida is a little bit more flexible as a player, can also play as a striker, which is very good. I mean, to be fair, they're pretty similar in terms of the positions they can play, but with Maulida being homegrown as well, I do really just like the look of him. I feel like he is a very, very good signing who I can't really afford to pass up signing. At 21 years old, we're going to pay 21 million. It's going to be 14 million up front and then 7 million over a period of time. He's going to join us at the end of the season, which might seem like a weird one, but I feel like we're going to struggle to move on players like Traore for their market value, at least in January. You know, teams don't have as much money to spend right now. It's very rare, you know, you'll see £50 million transfers at this time of year. So with that in mind, I'm going to be a little more patient, I think, when it comes to offloading players. You can see here, Auxerre actually having some pretty good development, which is good for him. He's not shown the best signs of development, really, over the last couple of years. So the fact he's had a good month is notable. And, well, we're going to be going into this game against Montpellier now, hoping that we can annihilate the team who are bottom of the league. We are not going to hold back any punches. We are going to go in all guns blazing and cause them some trouble. You can see here, fair few scout reports coming in. We're going to praise Gibels. I'm very pleased with how things are going, my friend. He's loving it. I'm loving it. We're all loving it. Real Madrid bid for Wallace. 39 million, like, just no. How is Wallace worth 39 million? I've got the asking price set to 60. I don't really like to sell big players in the January transfer window because it's very, very difficult to replace them. I'm going to say that their finances aren't good enough. He's saying that he's disappointed. He wants a chance to play alongside better players. I'm going to tell him that we've got... Is there a way that I can tell him that we've got young players? We've got fantastic young prospects. Okay, he doesn't like it. I don't want to sell you. I just don't want to sell him. If I had the option there, after the initial kind of chat, just to say, look, if they bid £80 million, you can go, that'd be fair enough. But the fact of the matter is they're offering me 40 million over clauses. And given the fact that we are still very much chasing PSG and Monaco due to our games in hand, I don't really want to sell our star centre-back. I feel like that's a pretty fair kind of expectation. Anyway, I've just noticed that ball-winning midfielder. Previously, we had Glenn Kamara, but of course, Glenn, he's in a better place now. He's gone to Aberdeen. I'll let you decide if that's actually a better place. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to move Lucas Romero to defensive mid, and then Markovic is going to play right back, and then we can bring in... Do I want to bring in Lenglet or Wallace to play centre-back? You know what, we'll go Lenglet because he's left-footed. And it probably makes the most sense. I just realised I'm dragging him into a position that doesn't exist. I can just right-click on him. But yeah, a little bit of rotation here just due to injuries and such. Markovic is going to play right-back. Romero is going to get pushed slightly higher up the pitch. We're playing the team who are bottom of the league, so I'm quite keen to play direct attacking kind of play. hopefully, you know, the likes of Trincao and Saint-Maximin can have a good little game here. A bit of a confidence builder for them, and, you know, Keane up front as well. Danny Olmo, would love to see him get in on the action. A rare start for him at centre mid too. Following on from this, we are playing the team in 16th. I don't know if we'll get to that game today, but that could be another good opportunity to rotate the team a little bit. If this team really impresses me, maybe we'll just field the same team for back-to-back games. You know, give some of our more backup players a bit more in the way of a first-team opportunity. You can see here they're playing a 4-4-2 with a very, very deep duo in centre defence in mid. Maybe going to be difficult for us to break them down. We'll have to see how that goes for us as this game progresses. They've got a set piece here. We've been largely on top, but obviously set piece is always threatening, and that was not far over the crossbar at all there. We cling on just about. And, well, coming up to the half an hour mark, we want to get our own stamp on this game. We want to assert our authority. Yes, we've been the better team. Yes, we've had more chances. Let's make it show on the scoreline now as Romero switches it over to Markovic, who crosses in. Trincao, free header, woodwork. Can't quite get to the rebound either. Danny Olmo to sweep up the pieces, but I feel like that was the opportunity right there. The header for Trincao. Bit of an unusual opportunity for the inside forward. Unfortunately, couldn't find the target. Maybe still an opportunity here, though. Oh my gosh, that was not far wide of the post. Saint-Maximin with what could only be described as perhaps a touch of an ambitious effort, but it was bending, and it very nearly crept in at the back post. For a second, I believed it was going to happen. You can see, looking at the stats, we've been massively on top in this game. We just need that breakthrough, and if we could get it right now before half-time, that would be huge for us. Romero to Markovic, playing at right back. Obviously not really a natural position for him, but not a bad ball into the box at all. Unfortunately, the header not quite on target. Now Danny Olmo with a chance. That was a whipped free kick there, hit with power, a very flat trajectory on it. Again, though, the keeper kind of up to the task, and at half-time, it is 0-0. That is not what we want. You can see here, PSG are winning. Are Monaco playing today? I can't see that. Oh, I can see them. They're winning 1-0. So, Auxerre, if you could do us a favour and beat Monaco, that would be nice. I'd appreciate that. Anyway, Danny Olmo, not sure why he's appealing for that. He's blatantly kicked it straight out of play, but he still raises a hand to assure us that it wasn't him. And, well, he nearly made amends for that poor pass. That was not a bad free kick effort at all. Montpellier very much starting this second half how the first half ended. They're on the back foot. We're having shots. We just need that critical breakthrough. We just need it. I feel like it might be coming, but maybe I can bring in some players to make this happen a little quicker. I'm going to take off Awar, and I'm going to take off Keane. We're going to bring in Goebbels and Fekir. The cavalry is arriving in those two. 62nd minute, still 0-0. That is a little bit concerning. I'm not even going to pretend I'm not worried. Montpellier, thus far, the team bottom of the league, proving troublesome for us to dispatch of. Although we might have a chance here. Trincao, I mean, it's a fluky as hell goal. Lala has had a a cross there. It's hit the woodwork and then bounced out. And he's been given the assist. He'll claim he meant to do it. He'll claim, you know, he worked out the trajectory in his head, did the geometry, and has then used that to his advantage. I mean, we all know the truth. It's still not a bad little finish by Trincao. A composed header, a free header at the back post, but we'll take it. If we could get one more, it would help me relax, because with a 1-goal margin, I'm still always a little nervous. The ball flashed across the edge of the 6-yard box. Unfortunately, no one able to get a touch on it, although Fekir whips it in and Goebbels scores. I mean, the two subs link up nicely. With us going 2 goals to the good, we can make a change here. Romero on a booking. I'm not going to risk him. We're going to bring in Militao just to play the defensive midfielder role. But always nice to see your 2 subs link up. We've brought them in, kind of hoping that they could maybe inject some magic into the game. Fekir has said there, when Guardian Leviosa, he's levitated the ball into the box. Goebbels has scored. Give Gryffindor 10 points. We'll take it all day, every day. I don't feel like I've ever done a Harry Potter reference before in a video. Maybe that's a first. But, yeah, 2-0 here. That is going to be game over, I feel like, for Montpellier now. They've done next to nothing going forward. I feel like they're about to have a sending off as well now. They are. Lasny it's going to be. I feel like their day has just gone from bad to worse. I'd like a third goal now. Goal difference could prove crucial. Addons, don't miss your headers like that, you wally. Wide with Kenny Lala. What can he do? A rare few starts for Kenny as of late, but he's done pretty well for us. And while he's marauding down this left-hand side, nice searching ball in. Asked some questions of the defence. The questions were answered, but they might not be the end of the line of questioning. And indeed, it is not. This interview is now concluded. Gabels has scored again. Markovic from right back with the assist. Yes, he can play right back. He is certainly more of a centre-back. Not really known for his crossing ability or indeed any of his kind of traits that you'd expect from a wing-back. He's very much a centre-back with just all-out defence. You know, he's not like an Eder Militao where I'd say he's naturally adaptable. But that doesn't even matter here for us. We've got the third goal through his assist. I mean, Gabels is going to want a hat-trick on off the bench at this point, surely. Militao picks up now with Fekir. Can we get it to Gabels? Feed the Gabels and he'll score. Danny Olmo wants it. I mean, I'm sorry, Danny, for questioning you earlier. Lovely goal for him. I feel like Danny Olmo, he doesn't start that often for us, but whenever he plays, he just feels like he does stuff. And it's the second goal of the season for him. Fekir and Eder Militao, a little give and go by them there. Space opens up from Fekir's run inside. Danny Olmo capitalises on that. The green grass opens up in front of him. And he's able to unleash that shot. I mean, Montpellier's defence have not had a good day at the office. Lots of red there. Lots of 5 ratings. We're not going to complain though. 4-0 it finishes. It was never in doubt. What were the other scores? PSG won 2-1. Monaco won 3-0. They are the 2 results that really matter for us. And neither of them went our way. Which is, well, a little bit of a shame. But we'll hope it could still maybe come our way. You can see here, Marin played, got 2 assists, which is good. Durand only conceded 1. That's okay. Markovic actually got man of the match. Fair play. How is Marin doing out on his loan? I feel like he doesn't really get enough opportunities. He's got 4 goals and 7 assists this year. That's not a small total. 7.23 average rating in the league is actually quite good as well. I'm actually curious just to look at... is it assignments where you can see your... I'm trying to remember where you see your own players' kind of team reports. Is it bad that I don't remember where that screen is? It's like the one where I just want to see how our own players are doing, but I genuinely can't remember where it is. I feel like it's in the scouting tab somewhere. I mean, this is really awkward that I can't remember it. If I go to assignments here, we actually could do with setting up some more assignments now I think about it. I can't remember where you go to see where your players out on loans kind of reports go. This is very awkward. I almost want to find it now to prove that I know where it is. I know I'll hit stop recording and then I'll find it immediately and just feel like an absolute wazzock. Oh gosh, I genuinely don't know where it goes. I could click through all these tabs, it's not actually going to get me the answer. See, there is the assignment for it. I can't remember where they go. Guys, you can let me know. Bail me out here. I've definitely been on it before during the course of this save. I feel like it's around here. But maybe it's not. I don't know. Answers on a postcard. Send help. Pray for me. All that stuff. It would be appreciated. But yeah, we're going to wrap up today's episode here, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to drop a like on the video. We'll be back again tomorrow. What games we've got? We've got Strasbourg, Toulouse, Havre and Guingamp. They're all winnable. We should be winning all of those, and a cup semi-final to look forward to as well. We've been given the kinder draw as Marseille and PSG are going to meet one another in that kind of other semi-final. But anyway, I've rambled for long enough. Let's end things here. If you are enjoying Lyon Live, don't forget to leave a like on it, guys. And yeah, I will see you again tomorrow. It is me, Jack, and I'm out.